Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's call. I'm Mike Fletcher, and boy, we are excited tonight. We have a special guest, Dr. Eric Snipes. Doc, it's good to have you here tonight.
Thanks, Mike. I'm excited to be here.
You know, guys, if you're on this call tonight, that means that you most likely heard about us on Facebook, seen us on Instagram or some other social media, or it's likely that a good friend of yours or a family member just invited you to be here tonight. Either way, we're happy to have you guys. And I wanted to start first off by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm a 20 plus year businessman, and Doc, you know, after all the stress of being in business for 20 years, and you know how stressful business can be, I found myself short of breath. And not only was I short of breath, but, you know, having chest pains. And so one day I went into the hospital. They wanted to do an immediate heart cath, and I was literally within minutes of having a deadly heart attack.
Right.
Thank goodness that didn't happen.
Absolutely.
But you know, after all the stress of those years, I realized there just had to be a better way. And you know, one day I was introduced to this industry from a friend of mine, and he told me about a better way of doing business, one that was way more fun, a lot less stressful. And since then, you know, I call it the perfect side gig.
Right.
And the reason I call it the perfect side gig, guys, is because while I was doing my traditional business here, on the side, I was able to do this business, build this business up. While this business was building up, one day I was able to support myself, and I was able to kick the old traditional business to the curb, and that was a good feeling.
Man, it's a feeling of freedom, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. But, you know, when you're looking at a perfect side gig, Doc, you know, I like to talk about these three things. Number one, you have to have the right company that you're in business with that has a product that is dynamic, that is life-changing for people. And that's what you're going to be talking about tonight, is the life-changingness of our company products, because they're so good. But not only that, you have to have a system in place. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the system in a minute. But a system has to be something that you're able to do and you're able to follow. And as following the system, it helps you to be successful. And not only that, Doc, you got to ask yourself, you know, is it worth my time?
Right.
Because number one, if there's no financial reward on the side, and also if the products aren't life-changing, you have to ask yourself, is it worth my time? So if the products are life-changing and the financial reward is there, then yes, it's worth your time. So those are three things that we really have to look at. And well, you know, earlier this year, we really had the privilege of being able to meet an amazing man. In fact, he is the world's leading expert in anti-aging whole food nutrition. His name is Dr. Anthony Kleinsmith.
Right.
And you know, after meeting Dr. Anthony Kleinsmith, he told us a lot of cool stuff about his products. We learned a lot. But Doc, I just kind of wanted you to share a little bit more about, you know, about what the doctor told us.
Oh, Mike, you know, being in the health field, to meet someone that is world-renowned like Dr. Anthony Kleinsmith, and we call him Dr. K for short. Dr. K is just phenomenal in his knowledge and his studies of nutrition, health, and wellness. And he has so many years of knowledge that everybody looks to him. And Dr. K sat down and had a privilege to talk with him and shared with us two of the most perfect, complete whole foods. One is from the land and one is from the sea. And when you can take those two and synergistically put them together, then what it does within our body is it creates and promotes a wellness that works within our entire body. And Michael, I want to ask you a question. What do you think that the largest organ in the chest cavity of a newborn baby is?
Well, I would first say the heart. And I think most people's response will be the heart. And I think the second most, you know, response will probably be the lungs.
That's right. Those two are really the two that is most frequently answered. But the truth of the matter is, it is an organ called the thymus gland. And the thymus gland is so important because it's really about the size of a navel orange that'll fit in the palm of your hand. And it is the largest organ, and it's responsible for really boosting the entire immune system of the body and carries us until we're in our 20s as young adults. And at that point, we've kind of peaked out on its size and its function, and at that point we start declining. So by the time we're 30, it's about half the size of that navel orange.
Wow.
By the time we hit 40, it's about the size of a pea or a bean, and then when we hit 50, it's really just a thread. So as it declines in its size, function, you know, the function of that to produce those growth factors that boost that immune system, then what happens is we find ourselves aging and we find ourselves dying, and we start looking for outside sources. We look for supplements and we look for vitamins, and we got to have the boost here and the boost there, and then we go to flu shots and everything else. And you know, my favorite question to a lot of people is, what's the most important nutrient and vitamin in your body that you need? And some people will say a vitamin D, or some people will say calcium or something. It's kind of a trick question, because really and truly it's, what are you deficient in today based off of your activities and your diet and what you've done over the last 24, 48 hours.
So let me ask a question. So colostrum, when you're talking about the being deficient, colostrum really has pretty much all the components that I would ever need.
Over 700 components
So
that will boost that.
I have another thing. So I want to make sure I got this right.
Okay.
So you're saying it's the size of a navel orange, about like that.
Yes, sir.
So, and that's age 20?
About 20, yeah.
Okay.
Maximum function.
By the time I'm age 30, it's going down to half that size.
Half that size.
And okay, now we're getting close to my age, so I got to be a little bit more careful here. Now at 45, the size of a pea.
Right.
Okay, now we're getting to my age. So at 50, I'm 53. So we're gonna say at 53,
Yeah.
it's the size of a thread. You're saying
Right.
About
That's
53
right.
to 55, it's the size of a thread.
That's right.
Okay, that's scary right there.
Mike, let me show you this then. What the New England Journal of Medicine actually says is, it says that in order to us to return our immune system back to youthful levels, we need to take the function of this and we want to get it back to where it's operating at this particular level. And that's where colostrum comes into play. And we could spend hours talking about colostrum and all of its powerful nutrients and how all that works. We don't have time to get into that tonight. But colostrum is that vehicle. It is that component, because it's not a supplement. It is a whole food that literally the body takes and can turn around and start activating our immune system back at the level that it needed to be when we were young, healthy, and full of vitality.
That's exciting. But I think the most thing that I'm excited the most about is the fact you said it's a whole food, because I'm so nervous about putting anything that's that's synthetically made in my body.
Right.
So a whole food and can return me back to that youthful level. I mean, I think that's awesome.
Well, that's only half the story, though, Mike.
Well, what's the other half?
The other half is the second product he told us about was the Limu Z, and it comes from the Limu moi plant, seaweed actually. And what it does is it is responsible for the vitality of so many of our body functions, and that is, it helps restore a glow to the skin. It helps restore the elasticity to the skin. It creates focus and energy. And we're getting testimonies from 16-year-olds studying for final exams, clear up to 85-year-olds that is kind of coming out of that fog, and they're being able to have more clarity and think along the lines of conversations and stuff as they get older. So the two of those working synergistically together is absolutely incredible, and the energy that people are telling us is going off the charts.
So the two most perfect whole foods, one from the land being colostrum,
Right.
the other from the sea being the Limu Zui. How do you say the Limu what?
It's from the Limu moi.
Limu Mui plant. Okay.
Yeah,
So we have
seaweed.
the colostrum and the Limu.
Let's call it the Limu Z for short.
Fantastic. Well, guys, that's a little bit from Dr. Eric Snipes. And Doc, I really appreciate what you had to say tonight. We could keep going on and on. As a matter of fact, we've been sharing this product now for several months with friends and family, and the response that we're hearing back is really quite overwhelming. And I wish we had time to really tell about each person's testimony, because it is great. But I think the best way to do it is to find out for yourselves. And at the end of this call, you'll get an opportunity to figure out how you can purchase these yourself. But now I want to talk for just a second. And I want to respect your time, because I know you guys are all here quickly. So the next few minutes is going to go kind of fast. But I want to talk about the system. And I also want to talk about, is it worth the while? Anytime that I go into, a McDonald's, or as my wife likes to say, the Chick-fil-A. She loves going to
Chick-fil-A, yeah.
Because when she goes to Chick-fil-A, it's amazing. You can go there and there can be 40 cars wrapped around that Chick-fil-A, but you would think you're going to be there for another hour. But literally within 4 or 5 minutes, it seems like you're already all the way to the front. It's because they have a system that's amazing. I can go to Chick-fil-A in Atlanta, Georgia. I can go to Chick-fil-A in Dallas, Shreveport, Louisiana. Doesn't matter. They're all the same.
That's right.
That's what made McDonald's so famous. No matter where you went, the hamburger tasted the same.
Right.
So guys, we have that same type of system here at Innovate, and especially with our team members, because what we wanted to do is provide our team with a system that everybody could do the exact same thing.
Right.
And could find success. And guys, we don't want to try to reinvent the wheel. So we did come up with a system for our team that is special and it's unique. As a matter of fact, if you're on this call, the reason you're on this call tonight is because of that system that we have in place. And you either received a link or, like you said, you saw us on Facebook or Instagram. But it's something that we all follow. So I won't talk too much more about the system. Just know that we have one in place and that it's good and it's helpful. But the next thing is it worthwhile? You got to know, if I do this, is there a financial reward on the other side? So I want to talk about how we come into our business. First off, you come into the business and hold your spot at $39. What I like about this $39 is we actually get $100 worth of samples to give to our friends and our family.
Like, that's unheard of in this industry.
I know, $100. As a matter of fact, the doc, we asked him, we said, how can you give away $100 worth of samples? He says, well, we can't afford not to, because he says when people sample our product, he says they're on it the rest of their life. So he goes, it's worth our while to give you $100 worth of samples for $39. So I think that was awesome. But after you come in and you hold your spot, you can come in now with a $100 pack, which gives you $160 worth of products for yourself. You can come in with what we call a $299 pack, which gives you $500+ worth of products.
Right.
Or you come in with a $499 pack, which once again gets you over $500 worth of products plus over $200 worth of samples to hand out on top of the $100 worth of samples you have here. So now I just want to show you, if you come in with the $39, you actually hold yourself a spot. And for this example today, guys, I want to show you the $299 pack, kind of the middle of the road pack. Seems to be what most people go with. If you were to come in and were to purchase the $299 pack and get the over $500 worth of product, what we're looking for here is we're looking for one person on our left and one person on our right to come in and do the exact same thing we did. So let's say they came in with the $39, held their spot, and they purchased the $299 package. If that happens, first off, you get one on your left, one on your right. The company's going to pay you $75 for the one on your left, $75 for the one on the right, which is $150. But if you do that during the same calendar month, this is the cool part, the company will double that, another $150 for $300 that you would make.
You're getting your investment back.
Get all your investment back with just two people. Just to show you the simplicity of our plan, that's all we're looking for, is for you to get two people. But now all that we're concerned about at this point is helping them get their two and come in and do the same thing you did. And if we help them get their two, then this person gets their money back, this person gets their money back, and that's all we try to do all the way down, is two people helping two people make their money back. And guys, that's the reason why we put our system in place, was so that you could find your two and help them find their two. And there's 13 ways we make money. This is just one way. I'm only going to show you one other. But each month, after these people purchase their pack, they want to continue to buy the products and continue to take the products. Every time that they buy the products, that money or that volume from that purchase flows up to you. And every time that happens, the people purchase here, you're making money in commissions based upon what they purchase on a monthly basis. So those are the two ways that we make money. They're simple, easy. So guys, I think tonight we've really covered the company, the system, and the worth.
Right.
I think you can see that the company is pretty dynamic with some awesome products. That we do have a system in place, and that truly it is worth your while. Because have you ever heard of a company where you just get two people and make all your money back and then start making money? So guys,
usually it takes 7 or 8 people just to make your initial investment back, and this one it can literally be done in a single day.
Yep.
And the ones that say, I can't do this, they share it with friends, and they get excited because the products work.
And this is coming from a doctor talking about the products work, because they're great products. But guys, tonight, after you're on this call, but really about 8:30, if you came in through a link of ours, you're going to get a text. And that text is going to actually show you where you can go to become a wholesale customer or to become a business builder with our company. Either way, we're happy. We love customers and we love people that want to build the business. But guys, to get your questions answered, get back with the person who shared this with you, and we'll go a little bit further from there. But guys, thank you for being on the call. Doc, thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks.
And everybody, y'all have a great day.
Good night.